Can you guess how many people actually get to keep their New Year's resolution all the way to the end of the year?
Yeah, I would go with, I mean, I don't like guessing, obviously, but I would go with 2%.
Wow, that's low. The answers are...
Are New Year resolutions worth it?
Yeah. I like your shimmy shimmy.
Shimmy, 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 shimmy,
What's the name of it?
Beads. They like beads.
Oh,
no?
it's true. It is beads. I just don't know why I didn't think about that.
You thought it was fancier.
It's like a different name.
Yeah?
Yeah, like drop top.
Drop top.
Shiny top things.
Wow. Any other names?
Tiny balls.
Tiny balls.
Yeah.
Well, he touches them. Well, I am very happy to inform you that these are just beads.
That's okay.
Yeah. Is that okay? Are New Year resolutions worth it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This topic comes from the fact that obviously we're shooting this in the new year of 2024.
2023. 2024? It's already 2024.
Happy New Year, babes.
No, I knew we were in a new year, but for some reason I thought 2024 was the year after this one.
No, it's not. You're 1 year behind.
Don't patronize me.
Okay. Let's just move on from this. So yeah, in the new year, so many people kind of create New Year resolutions.
Yeah, me included. Love New Year resolutions.
I'm not a big fan myself of New Year resolutions, but a lot of people do. It's just because, the new year gives you this feeling of starting afresh, starting a new season, a new chapter in your life.
Yeah.
So we do see that a lot of people do create New Year resolutions. However, not everyone keeps it for the whole year. So I just wanted to address the topic to see, what the habits of most people are, why it doesn't always work out, and those that actually make it to the end, what do they do that makes it successful for them?
Right. It's a great topic.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question for you. Can you guess how many people actually get to keep their New Year's resolution all the way to the end of the year?
Yeah, I would go with, I mean, I don't like guessing, obviously, but I would go with 2%.
Wow, that's low. The answers are
5.
9%.
Oh, I was so close.
Yeah, well,
It's single digit.
2% is not quite 9, but it's low.
I didn't say 90 or 50.
Oh, yeah, no.
I'm in a single digit range. I need to get some credit for that.
Credit.
Thank you.
It's like a bling, 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 bling credit.
Yeah.
You get it.
We should add a sound. Cha-ching!
That's the one no, bling, bling, bling.
Bling, bling, bling.
Like this sound, the one your beats make.
Okay.
It makes no sound, actually.
Exactly. Let's keep going, babes.
Yeah, so 9% of people actually get to keep their New Year resolution. That's a low number. Not surprising, because when you first start the year, you have this optimism about the year and how you want your year to look like. But it turns out there's a few reasons why it doesn't always work out. Yeah, what are your thoughts on this?
I was just thinking if it's like a hormone thing, like new year, new celebration. Is there like a happy hormone that makes us feel like we can achieve anything? And it even gives an illusion of if it didn't work out last year, perhaps this year. Like, I just feel like there's something going on in our brains that's just telling us that this is not like every other night. This particular night between the 31st and the 1st is like life-changing.
Well, that's what we want it to be, right? You say it's an illusion. I don't even think I think it's a real feeling that we feel when we have a new year, kind of a Passover into a new year. We just really want this to be different. We want to mark this as a time where we can start doing things different. I think it's easy to track it in our mind. You can track, okay, this is when I started my journey of weight loss, for example.
In the dawn of 2024, UT, transformed into a new person.
That's the one. That's it. That sounds like a perfect story is about to unfold.
That's why you should know it's fishy. Because it's like, how often does your imagination and reality line up?
Well, not often apparently, because most people Most people don't make it. Now, there's a few things that are quite common with New Year resolutions. There's a few activities people always write down that they want
Yeah.
to improve on. Can you
Okay.
guess? I know you don't like guesses, but can you guess three of the major ones people always want to have down as their New Year
I think
resolutions?
this one should be easy. Even though I don't like guessing, I think I am very comfortable in saying health. People want to work on their health.
Absolutely.
As someone who's also trying to work on her health, I know how often it really relies on motivation and discipline. So I'll definitely put that in the bucket.
Absolutely. But okay, so with health, there's a few categories of it. By far and away, the most popular one is
Weight loss.
weight loss. Weight loss, wanting to eat healthy.
Oh, yeah.
That's the next one. You're laughing. Are you laughing from just the joke was really funny?
There was no joke. It's just the fact that you said wanting to eat healthy. I'm like, the desire is always there.
Yeah,
It's the follow through.
that's another point I was gonna bring up with the New Year resolutions is the goal is not usually the problem.
Yeah.
It's the plan. How are you gonna actually achieve this goal?
And the systems as well, right? Which, of course, is birthed from the plan.
Yeah, so those are the two main ones with health. However, in 2024, they did a survey in October 2023,
Yeah.
mostly US citizens, and they found that there's actually another category of New Year resolutions that's kind of even
Oh, wait.
higher well, I almost said higher than health.
Ooh, yeah, I was gonna say it.
Yep,
Money, money, money.
absolutely.
Because the economy is going crazy.
Yep. So people are now saying 54% of people are saying that's the number one.
They want to
New Year
make more
resolution.
money.
Make more money, save more money. Actually, saving more money is the one that they're saying the more often than making more money. Obviously, to make more money, you're gonna be able to save more. The other way around too. But saving is the number one.
Yeah.
And that's like you said, right? The pandemic has kind of changed things. People are kind of trying to survive this economic situation going on right now.
Yes, because, when you feel like you always have a job and things are good, there's no need to actually go ahead and start trying to save money as much. Like that urgency is not there. But once you realize that a simple event like the pandemic can lead to companies laying off people, people going from very high salaries to like half of what they were earning and not necessarily being able to like reduce their lifestyle. Like you still gotta keep the house. I mean, you don't have to, but was it even the best market to let go of your house? And where would you live if you let go of your house? Like everything was expensive. Yeah, it really just makes you think, I want to be on the right side of this. I want to save some money and feel more assured if something were to happen.
And it's also the instability, right, of the market, right? People are losing their jobs. People are getting laid off, especially in the last few years from the pandemic. People are, there's a lot of instability and kind of uncertainty in the market.
Yeah.
So people are really thinking about that as like, oh, I have to make this priority. There's also spending more time with family. I think for me, this one comes from when you just spend Christmas with your family, extended family, and you realize that you don't always talk to them as much. You realize that you don't always see them during the year.
Yeah.
And that's kind of back of your mind that, oh, I really want to improve this
Yeah,
aspect.
I see that. And I also think it's because of, again, the pandemic. People lost a lot of people, hearing about people losing people and feeling like life is really short. And not just feeling that way, but seeing a lot of people like resonate with it online. And then of course, like the shift from working in the office to remote work, and then maybe for a lot of people return to office, which now you know what it feels like to actually spend more time around the people that you love, even when you're working. And that could also contribute to why people have that as a goal.
Okay, so I think another very popular New Year resolution is to stop old habits like smoking and eating bad food, eating junk food, and all that kind of bad habits. But the thing is, I've also found that most people are more focused on the negatives that they want to stop, as opposed to where they want to go, the positives, the new habits they're trying to build. So that's something that we can always work on, right? As opposed to trying to stop doing something. Focus on what you want to do more that year.
I see that. I really do. And it's not just about like New Year resolutions. I think it's just life in general.
Yeah.
Like it's so easy to be like, I don't want this, I don't want that. But I feel like that creates a fearful motivation, like you're running away from something versus if you were to go, yeah, I don't want to eat unhealthy, but what I want is to feel strong.
Mm.
I want to feel strong. I want to feel energetic. I want to stay active. Like if you start leaning towards that, you see, I already feel more upbeat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for that one, you can actually create a plan for it. As opposed to
Mhm.
saying, I don't wanna eat bad anymore. Well, there's no plan. The only plan for that is literally stop eating bad.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to make a plan around not eating bad. However,
Mm.
if you say I want to eat more vegetables and meat, or vegetables and maybe I want to stop meat, now you can actually start planning around that because it's more actionable.
Yeah. And I also feel like when you say you don't want to do something, unconsciously, it now becomes something that you're always thinking about.
Mm.
Like, I know you're putting the don't before the want to, but I feel like it's very easy for your brain to just remove the don't and go, I want to eat bad.
Yeah, because it's like a very big thing, right? You've highlighted it in your mind. It's a
Yeah.
very big thing, and that's kind of
And
what's occupying your mind.
you're constantly thinking about it. Like sometimes we don't really recognize that our thoughts, that's where everything kind of comes out from. What does the Bible say about that? I think it's something about like out of the abundance of the mind,
Out of the abundance of the
heart.
heart, the mouth speaks.
Exactly. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So the things that we're focusing on, positive or negative, but the topics that we're dwelling on and meditating on, that's kind of like where we're headed. You know, I really think like if you're just every day, you're like, I don't want to be someone that gets angry, then you're constantly thinking about that angry person version of yourself versus if you're like, hey, I want to be someone that is really patient with people, then
Yeah.
you're constantly imagining yourself as a patient person.
Yeah. And then you're gonna find a book to read or
Oh, yeah.
find resources about the thing you want to be, the person you want to become. So that's really awesome. Another habit that people say they want to stop is being on their phones too much or being on social media.
I don't know about that. I think the world has gone digital.
But obviously, I think the people that have this resolution have realized that maybe it's a little bit too much. It becomes like maybe addictive for them. They kind of need it. Even during work, they're spending too much time on it. They're not as productive. That's the only reason I can imagine why someone would set a resolution like that.
So, like, it can be bad for your eyes if you stare at screens all day, but if it's your job,
Yeah.
what can you do, right?
Yeah.
Think about it as a work hazard. No, not a hazard.
That sounds bad.
The thing that comes with the work, I don't know. They always
It
talk
is work
about,
hazard,
yeah, I
isn't
think
it?
it's
It is
a
work
work hazard. Yeah.
Workplace hazard.
So yeah, it's not a bad goal. I know there was a time during the pandemic that I would literally delete Instagram the night before I go to bed. Then when I wake up, I would reinstall it and then use it, then delete it because I didn't want to keep waking up. And the first thing I do is pick up my phone and scroll on IG. So I wanted to forcefully break that. And the only way to do that was when I open my phone, I can't find the app. Now I gotta go download it. Like just creating more steps in between discouraged me from actually going on Instagram early in the morning.
I've actually had so many people on social media and people I know at
Yeah.
work and when I used to work there that they had to just completely go off social media. I didn't used to get it, but I think I understand, right? It's got to a point in your life where you think, you know what? I'm just gonna give myself a break.
Yeah.
I'm not running away. I'm just giving myself a break for now, and then just focus on other things. My mind can kind of redirect because what I've also learned from my research is that the best way to set up a New Year resolution is not to think about it as an immediate thing where you get a result fast.
Oh yeah.
Almost like plan it as a process, not as a quick goal that you want to achieve. Maybe plan it out over a few years and plan it out over the whole year, not just I just want to do something and there's no timeline on it, or there's too short of a timeline. So be more realistic with your goals. That's something that I've seen that researchers are saying that's the better way to plan out a New Year resolution.
And it reminds me of the term SMART goals.
See, this is quite similar to that, isn't it? Because they are goals ultimately.
They are. And I think that I've made the mistake of not setting sustainable goals a lot of times, where I just go in and I'm like, I'm gonna achieve this in this short amount of time, and then I just think if I hustle, then it will just happen. But sometimes what ends up happening is that you're just gonna burn out.
And that's one of the reasons why people probably just stop, because it's too much. It's too
And then
much.
you're gonna say it's not working. You're like, oh, it's not working, but it is. It's just that you're not patient enough and you didn't pick out the right pace, right?
Yeah.
For all the runners out there, I mean, hopefully I run more this year, but whenever I try, I'm stuck between, oh, I don't feel like I'm running and I should really just go all out. Especially when I watch this handsome, fit gentleman over here work out. And I'm like, how is he running so fast? Like, okay, I should do that. And then literally within seconds, I don't want it no more. I'm like, this is hard. This is difficult. But it's because I'm going on a level that I haven't even built stamina for.
Yeah.
And I don't think my body knows how to breathe in, breathe out, and really use enough oxygen to stay long at that type of speed.
I am so happy you're bringing up these things, because that's so relatable, right? Like, one of the reasons why New Year resolutions don't work, from my research, is also because people are setting these goals due to peer pressure. It's actually not for, like, the goal is not even for them, really. It's because someone they know, someone they follow on Instagram, someone in their family is setting those goals, and they're feeling, I really want this too for myself. But realistically, you can run a marathon, but you want to train for a marathon. Now, that's a more achievable goal for someone out there, as opposed to saying, I'm running a marathon next month.
Yeah, especially if you feel inspired by other people's goals, it's okay to like start thinking about the baby steps that you need to take to get to that goal, right? And also, it's really important to audit your goals.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find myself with goals that I have to ask myself, where did it come from? Why am I trying to achieve all these things?
Is that why you have so many journals?
Yes.
Always writing?
I have to write things down and almost like ask myself questions like, does this goal actually make you happy? Is it aligned with the lifestyle you want in 3 years, 5 years? Are you just seeing like your friend or someone you know achieve this goal and you feel inspired, but what you don't realize is that it's their goal and they have a specific way that they want to live their lives. And you're trying to latch on to someone else's goal that actually contradicts all the other things that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
So I really have to audit myself, because I really consume a lot on social media. And I'm the type of person that is very easily inspired. Like I love to really, shoot for the stars, but I'm really learning that if you want to build a sustainable, joyful life, then you've got to be like a guard around your heart, around your goals, and also really submit to the will of God.
I love it. I love it. There's a Bible passage that I prepared for this as well. It says, be courageous and know that I am with you. I think this is the book of Joshua.
Yeah.
When the Israelites are trying to figure out what to do next, and it looks like very scary. Be courageous.
Don't be afraid.
I am with you. Right? And that's it, right? As a Christian, we believe that the ideas we have for our lives come from God, right? The plans that we've set, the desires of our heart, if they're good and if they're godly, they come from God. And if God placed it there, He will not let you by yourself to figure it out.
Oh yeah.
He'll be with you all through the way. Trust yourself, trust God, and be a little bit more patient with yourself. Even if you don't achieve those goals like you had set it for, trust yourself, believe in yourself, that God is with you. That this is not just something, oh my goodness, like this is on me now because I haven't achieved this goal. What is going on with me? Like you start to blame yourself. Oh man, don't do that to yourself, right? That's the enemy at that point.
Oh yeah.
Continue to go strong. God is with you, and you'll be successful eventually.
Yes, but also be open to the fact that your success might look differently than what you thought it would look like.
Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes God's plan for us is not the way we wrote it down on paper.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Awesome, man. Yeah, go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say, sometimes we get the vision and we don't get the how, so we create our own how, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But then if God comes into your how, you need to leave room for that. If He's asking you to do something you didn't plan for, don't just quit and be like, no. If I ain't gonna be famous, I ain't doing the YouTube.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's true. That's true, right? And that's a good lesson, I'd say.
There's some research that you shared with me, which is that after 1 week,
Hmm.
79% are still successful.
After 1 week.
Yeah, after 1 week. I
Okay.
mean, we're starting at weeks here. And then after 2 weeks, 71% are still in the game. And then after a month,
Mm.
64% are still out here hanging out. Okay. But then when we get to the halfway point, the
Mhm.
6 months, 46%.
That's more than half. Well, almost half.
Almost half.
Yeah.
But it looks like a lot of people have
It's
changed
a
their
big
minds.
drop. It's a big drop in there after almost halfway, literally 6 months, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
halfway through the year, people are already like, yeah.
So here's the thing. You can tell yourself that if you're able to do what you need to do and what you've promised yourself, your resolution, whatever you call it, if you're able to do it for the first 6 months of the year, you're already giving yourself a really good chance
Yeah.
to do it for the rest of the year.
It's probably because you've built habits.
Oh, yeah.
A system, something that has been working. And now you kind of got it, right? Now
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, okay, I can do this. That makes sense to me because building habits should be even more of the resolution as opposed to doing the new thing. I want to build a new habit. I want to create a new process, a new system
Yes.
that will just get this. Like, I want to read a new book, but I want to read 5 books this year. But how do I do that? Well, first of all, I have to go buy the book, right? I have to go research the book. So let me just focus on researching the best books I want to read and then go buy the book. Maybe read 2 chapters
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
And that's a good place that's a habit you're building.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense, right?
It does. And a good book that I would recommend for New Year resolutions and all of these types of things is Atomic Habits.
Yep.
I've recommended that to
I was
you
just going to say,
so
you've
many
recommended that book to me
times.
so many times.
And I didn't mean to put you on the spot there. But he hasn't read it. And
No, I have not.
why is that though? Is it that you don't like books or you just...
I have not prioritized this activity, I have to say.
Well, I appreciate the honesty. It's a really good book. A lot of people read it every single year, again and again and again. The first time I read it, it was game changing. Just realizing that it's not about the desire to want to do things. It's not even about writing down the goal. Up until the time where you actually have a system in place, you haven't set yourself up to achieve that goal at all.
I think this is for me, the biggest culprit why my goals, I don't always achieve every goal I write down, is because they're usually very vague. They're not precise enough. I think this is for me, I've always been something I've been trying to work on. I'm still trying to work on, is trying to make sure that my goals are more like specific.
Yeah.
Not just some vague goals. Oh, I'm going to make more money this year. Well, okay,
How
that's
much?
great. How much, when, how?
Yeah, like are you measuring per quarter? Are you measuring every month? Are you measuring every week? And not just about like that goal and that number, but what is the system you have in place to meet that goal? And a realistic one. I think you can audit yourself and see what has been working, or even your business. Like what has been working, what has not been working. Because just because you all of a sudden now say, I'm gonna make 10 sales. It's not just gonna happen just because you say it or you write it down. You need to look at the systems. You need to look at, how many calls are coming in, how many times are you talking to people, how many times are those people like qualified leads, how do we qualify them better? Like just so many things,
The follow-up towards your goal,
yeah.
right? You set the goal,
yeah.
then what's the follow-up?
What is the cycle between when you talk to someone and when they close? And if you're trying to close 10 people this month, but usually it takes you like a month to close people, then you should be digging into last month's set of people. Yeah.
Sounds like you know a lot about sales.
Oh, yeah. And this year, I have some really, really big goals. And
Yes, you do.
I always hear or read, a lot of ambitious people, they say if your goals are not scary, if they aren't scary and exciting, then they aren't big enough. Like if you really want to step out of your comfort zone, it needs to be a little bit scary.
I'm so scared. I just popped.
Boom!
Hey! I was just faking that, right? That was a fake like reaction from me.
Sure, babes.
They know, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. Moving on. Now let's go towards more couple goals, couple
Oh
New Year
yeah.
resolutions. Can we just discuss individual New Year
Couple
resolutions?
goals.
Some really common couple New Year resolutions.
Kissing
No,
under the
you just want to
mistletoe.
kiss me. Is that why you said that?
Mm, could be.
I think you want to kiss me.
Of course you do.
One of the most common ones. Can you guess? I like when you guess.
Let's see, couples, what they want to do. I always think it's gonna be a money thing.
Actually, no.
No?
It didn't come out as the top 3 in my research.
Really?
No, because
Um,
money thing together. I mean, it's not always top
because
of
like
mind.
sometimes we want to buy a house, then they have to like save towards it.
It's actually spending more time together.
I just knew it, but I think it's cheesy.
It's cheesy, but this again, people that have gone through the whole year so busy, workaholics, working.
I don't believe that at all. Like a goal to spend more time together.
Absolutely, because think
Unless
about
you're
it,
gonna
right?
quit your job, like
Or
or
you-
change something, like because it's like the reason why you don't spend time together is because of certain things that you're involved in. So
By the way, you
yeah.
can check out our quality time video.
Yes,
We made a video around this.
if it's been out.
It's gonna be out. Is it?
I don't know.
I see sequel spending more time together is a big one. Another big couple goal that you have for the New Year's is gratitude, being more grateful for your partner. I just feel like most of these come from the holidays. You just
What
spend
kind
so
of
much
goal
time
is that? A goal to
to be
have
more grateful for with your partner. Maybe even give gifts. Show your gratitude more often. Say thank you more often. Show acts of kindness and service more often. I think this come from the holiday season. People spend more time in the holiday seasons with your spouses, family,
But your
and
research
friends.
was when? This data, when did they do the research? Was it
That is a
around the
great
holiday?
question. I'll let
Yeah.
you know later.
Okay. It's just that you said it was last year. I know we're coming out of the holidays, but I just don't know if it's actually tied to that.
But New Year resolutions are always tied
Oh
to
yeah, New Year
around that period.
resolutions.
So
Okay,
you can
yeah.
assume it's close to Christmas.
That makes sense. Well, I don't think it's a real goal, and maybe I'm naive, but I don't understand the goal called spending more time together. Like, if you told me you wanted to travel more, I would understand that because that is actually like you need to intentionally book a flight. Maybe that's how you want to spend more time together. Or you want to take a cooking class. I would also understand that, but
So that's the third one, doing more things together, more actual things, cooking together,
yeah.
traveling together, spending more time together. All those ones are its own category.
Okay, because the goal of just spending more time, being grateful for each other.
Man, trust me, I think the reason we can't relate is because we don't have this problem. We don't have this problem.
I guess, yeah, I guess
Oh
so.
man, because imagine people have lives that they have to go to work, stressful work, they come back and they're stressed. I think that's the situation where this can be really necessary. You look back in your year and you realize, man, my wife has been so amazing, but I've not been saying thank you enough.
You know, maybe I can start to relate. Like, what are ways that you could up level the gratitude?
I thought you couldn't relate.
I couldn't, but I'm trying.
What now changed?
It just sounds like whoever
I'm
is on the
explaining this
other
way too much. You know
side
what?
of it is going to be receiving a lot of things.
Okay, was that a real question you asked, or was that just like a passover question? Let's just move on to the gratitude thing.
It wasn't necessarily real. Like, I'm not too serious about it, but I'm just curious if you have any. I mean, if you want to answer
She's
it.
serious, people. Well, you know.
No, I don't.
Okay, that works for me too. So, as a wrap up to this, I think as Christians, again, we're Christians, and we believe very much that the desires of your heart in the New Year's, if it's godly, if it's coming from a good place, God placed it there, and you should definitely take it back to God. Ask God to give you the strength to keep going.
Oh yeah.
When it's difficult, persevere through it. Get help. If, for example, eating and the habits and your healthy habits, and being more healthy. Those are very, very popular goals, but you might not know how to change your habits, to create new
Yeah.
habits, get help.
Yeah, 100%. Like if it's about your health, mental health, 100% therapy is on the table. Like you can be a Christian and also go to therapy.
Yeah.
It's completely okay. And if it's about your health, you can sign up for a gym membership. I actually just got a new fitness
You
membership.
did.
Actually, you don't know about this one.
No,
Yeah,
it's not that one.
I got it this morning. Yeah, it's called Grow with Joe, and I've heard a lot of great things about this app. What I love about it is that it's gonna be home workouts. Like home workouts. They have on demand, they have like different types of videos. It's basically a little bit like YouTube. I haven't really started using it. But what I'm saying to myself is I have zero excuses not to have 30 minutes of activity
It's like
during
a
the day.
it's like a remote workout where you work out with the team.
I haven't really fully checked it, but there are instructors that are leading classes. I don't think you can actually join a class,
I see.
but it's on demand, meaning that you can just turn on that video and it's
Mm.
like they're telling you like how to work out. Like you put it on your TV just to like get into that mindset of I'm working out. They already have a plan. You don't have to think about it. You just join the workout and do it. So I'll keep you guys posted how that goes. But yes, get the support you need. It doesn't even have to be expensive. I think I got 6 months for $40.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty good.
That's so good. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think that's also you said therapy, but also getting coaching. We are big advocates for coaches. We've used coaches, and it's been quite positive in our lives.
yeah.
Even a pastor, right? If it's a spiritual goal, reading the Bible, going through the Bible during the year, something that your pastor can definitely assist with. That's something you can also reach out for.
100%. And if you're even nervous about, human to human mentorship and guidance, like in person, you can lean on technology. I mean, I started this new Audible. Actually, it's on Spotify. It's recorded like a podcast. It's the Bible in 1 year, and I'm going with the one that is read by Jackie Hill Perry. Jackie Perry. I'm gonna add her name. But her name. I mean, I can, but I don't know if there's a heel in it. Like, I know it's Perry, though. That's the last name. And what I love about this Bible in 1 year is that within 30 minutes, you've read it, you've listened to it, you can meditate on some of it, and every single day you just listen to something. And they're just saying, you don't even have to worry about the how. By just showing up and listening to this podcast, by December, you should have read the entire Bible.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's community building. You're not just alone in your goals and these big goals. You have help. You have people that have been there, holding you, keeping you accountable all the way along. I really like it. And I think that's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Sing it, babes.
You're gonna edit that part out, right?
No.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Oh, not the fingers.
I did this.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.